Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
At their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 9. Now it's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Wright's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to the Porter. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Daniel's going to keep it. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Working out of the gun, Daniels. They'll try and do this himself. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And the Lions.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. The slot man in motion right. Daniels looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Daniels. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting there for the breakup of the throw, that was Kirby Joseph.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Nifty move. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
They go play action. Daniels. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 50 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Lions 10.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. There's Goff. And that'll be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
And the Lions first down. It's a gain of 20. And the Lions first down.
From the gun, here's Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
4 yards. Complete to Jamison Williams. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Commanders' 28-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
At the 7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Goff now looking to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 7.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air goes Daniels.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get nothing out of that one. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with the option left. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
On for the Washington field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Daniels. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
To throw is Daniels. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Commanders' first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Samuel in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw, just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
1 yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion goes the tight end. Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on third down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Bates' kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Dances by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now does he get to the first down marker? He blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DJ Reader. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 24, Lions 20.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Goff now looks to throw. It's complete to Williams.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
3rd down and 1. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Now Daniels. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The final shot before break here. Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and and Charles Davis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
He's brought down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky-Merritt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to Krosky-Merritt on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now Daniels going to keep it. DJ Reader able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. A give right side for Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 83 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Lions, first down. It's a gain of 20. And the Lions, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Another run for Gibbs here. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
2nd and 10. There's Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to a field goal. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll They'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Daniels going to keep it. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They go play action. Daniels. Caught by the tight end Ertz. He's into space past the 25. And down to the 16-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the pressure gets to him again. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. In motion, the tight end. Now it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
The slot man in motion right. To throw is Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Commanders first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They work now on second and 9. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. DJ Reader. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Give to Krosky-Merritt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now they send a man in motion right. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game. I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out now come the Lions. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Goff. Over the middle, he's got to Slaw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Lions.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd and a couple. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Gibbs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well. but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. Now there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lane.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
40, Lions 34.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, Commanders' offense set to take over. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Throwing after the interception. Daniels. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the give, Krosky Barrett. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Washington Commanders.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
More yards. That's another Washington.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Krosky-Merritt going to try and push his way in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
A loss of 10 brings up third and goal.
Daniels looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Going option left on 4th and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Commanders 48, Lions 34.
And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 133 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Now Goff. This is caught by Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. This to Reporter right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now a 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Here's Goff. And he is caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
48, Lions 41.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
It's a gain of 7.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3. This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Daniels going to try to sneak. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Down and 1.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.